The ACM FACT conference has seen over the last several years the emergence of a widely cited set of related projects that all seek in similar ways to realize social values. These proposals argue that technologists should dramatically increase their efforts towards documenting their work. Where and how they get their data, how their models are constructed, how their services operate, with particular attention paid to how different demographic groups are represented and recognized by these technical objects. In our paper, we call this group of projects Metadata Maximalists. The metadata maximalists, broadly speaking, claim that their work will accomplish their social goals through some combination of three ways. One, that through the labor of producing this documentation, technologists will become sensitized to the ethical dimensions of their work and self-correct towards more ethical practice. Two, that the companies and organizations that are in the business of acquiring machine learning datasets, models, and services will be able to consult the quote-unquote nutritional facts on the labels of these technical objects, and because this will enable them to be more discriminating consumers, the market will reward producers whose products are documentedly more ethical. And three, if an individual does end up getting harmed by a machine learning system, the metadata maximalist documentation will provide them with the evidence they need to have their harms redressed by the justice system. We argue that these theories of change are convenient fantasies, and that by investing efforts and resources into metadata maximalist strategies, FACT community members are explicitly ignoring more obvious, established, and effective means of achieving their social impact goals. First, the supply chain by which datasets, models, and services actually reach recipients behaves like a shredder for maximalist metadata. Intermediaries like data brokers need their recipes to stay secret in order to retain competitive advantage. The creation of synthetic data and the reduction of multivariate data to one-dimensional scores, for instance, also occurs within the context of this nearly unregulated marketplace. The chances of maximalist metadata actually making it all the way to the operators, much less the subjects, of machine learning systems diminishes accordingly. Second, even if that information made its way to subjects harmed by machine learning systems, what would they do with it? Every justice system in the world right now has issues with access to justice, predictably burdening historically marginalized peoples most. Giving harmed individuals in this context information purportedly to empower them displays at best ignorance and at worst cynicism. Finally, the metadata maximalist strategies and FACT approaches broadly invest their attention and efforts within the lab of machine learning, that is, in the contexts and among the people involved in researching and developing datasets, models, and services. This lab centricity narrows attention to certain stages of production. It conditions and contains socially consequential deliberations, and in doing so, it reinforces the political agency of the companies at the centers of machine learning research and production. In other words, FACT's lab centricity empowers the powerful at the cost of the participation of affected data subjects. The good news is that the problems involved in designing for socially normative outcomes from complex systems over time are not new. Varied traditions and fields provide a variety of concrete models for how ML practitioners can proactively design for interoperation with context-specific governance institutions and ecosystems. Navigating among these governance mechanisms for oversight, adaptation, and stakeholder participation capabilities is largely a matter of a system's stage of development and scale of impact. You can check out our longer video for more details, including examples. Thanks.